What if 1,000 years of heroic tradition, all the glory, all the honor, what if it was all just an elaborate setup for a punchline? That single idea right there reframes everything we think we know about the epic sagas, turning them from tales of honor into one long, bloody joke.
So, let's meet the source of this crazy idea. This is de Grün-Guld Narr, the verdant and gold jester. And he's this incredible figure who feels like Nietzsche's prophet Zarathustra was just dropped right into the grim, fatalistic world of a Viking saga. He's not here to play by the rules. He's here to tear down all the old truths.
All right, here's our game plan. We're going to follow his path from a cursed hero's grave to a brand new, totally radical philosophy. We'll dig into the clash of worldviews he creates and figure out what it really means to be a laughing willfool. Let's dive in.
Okay, so first things first, we have to understand the world he's born into. And man, it's the world of the Norse sagas, a place completely soaked in destiny, where being a hero is everything, but it's always chained to a tragic, inescapable fate.
And at the very heart of this world is the gold. Now, this is way more than just treasure. Think of it as the ultimate will to power, that burning ambition for glory that drives every single hero. But it's also the very curse that guarantees their doom, kind of like Fafnir's poisoned hoard. It's the prize and the poison all at once.
So from this brutal, endless cycle of ambition and death, something new starts to stir. Not another hero destined to just repeat the same tragedy, but something else, something completely different.
And his origin story? It is pure myth. He's been sleeping for a millennium inside a hero's grave, a burial mound. He's not some undead monster, though. He's described as a seed, just waiting for the cycle of heroic bloodshed to spill over one last time. And when it finally does, he wakes up. Get this, his very body is a philosophical statement, a split mirror. One half of him is that tarnished gold we just talked about, the color of the heroic curse. But the other half? It's verdant green, the color of the chaotic, totally indifferent earth that just swallows every victory, every defeat, and every hero and turns them all back into soil. This duality, this gold versus green, is the foundation for his entire philosophy. If the gold is the heroic ideal that everyone strives for, the green is its radical, absolutely absurd opposite. He calls it the Earth's great joke.
And this right here is the ultimate punchline. Every saga, every dragon slain, every kingdom conquered, it all ends up in the quiet of a grave mound, just becoming nutrients for the grass. You know, the Earth is the final audience, and it doesn't give a standing ovation.
Man, this quote just crystallizes his entire worldview. Vengeance, the highest virtue in the saga world, the duty to avenge your family and uphold your honor through bloodshed, he completely reframes it. It's not some noble act, it's just the planet's grim, silent process of fertilization.
Now, you can't just drop a philosophical bomb like that and expect everyone to just go along with it. Of course not. It leads to a head-on collision between the keeper of the old ways, the skald, and this new prophet of absurdity, the jester.
So on one side you have the skald. He's the poet, the historian, the keeper of the entire culture. And for him, the sagas aren't just stories. They are truth with a capital T. They provide meaning, they provide structure, they are the moral code for their whole world.
And the jester's response? He calls that sacred truth a beautiful cage. He sees the oaths, the vengeance, the glory. Yeah, they're beautiful, but they're ultimately traps. His mission isn't to give them a new truth. It's to teach them how to dismantle that heavy, serious truth with laughter.
So there it is. That's the core conflict right there. Tradition, embodied by the skald, is built on the heavy weight of truth and somber oaths. The jester's whole philosophy is built on the absolute lightness of the joke, the freedom that comes from laughing at the whole inevitable tragic mess.
But here's the thing. This isn't just nihilism. It's not about nothing matters. The jester is actually proposing a new way to live. And he brings this teaching right to the thing, the central assembly where all the Viking laws and big decisions are made.
He calls this new kind of person the will narr, which you can translate as the willful. This is the ultimate synthesis of the gold and the green. The willful still has that drive, that ambition, that will of the hero. But they also get the cosmic joke of it all. And so they can dive into life not with all that solemn weight, but with the chaotic playfulness of a fool.
And we actually get to see this wild philosophy in action. A berserker, the ultimate expression of pure violent will, comes at him. And the jester doesn't fight back. He doesn't meet force with force. He just laughs. And it's not a normal laugh.
It's described as a sound that echoes the indifferent chaos of the universe itself.
And this is the effect. It completely paralyzes the berserker. I mean, think about it. How can you possibly strike a man who takes your ultimate expression of power, your burning rage, and just reveals it to be another small part of a huge, absurd joke? The warrior's will just collapses because its very seriousness has been shattered.
So, how does a society built entirely on the gold react to a guy like this? Well, as you can probably guess, they don't exactly welcome him with open arms. They see him as a threat, a madman, a danger to everything they hold sacred.
The jester's parting words are just so telling. He totally accepts the label they throw at him, a fool, but he completely recontextualizes it. He knows he's a fool for them, a prophet whose message they just can't understand yet. They are not ready for the liberating truth that his laughter brings. So in the end, that's what he is. He doesn't fit into their boxes of hero or villain. He's not here to save them or to destroy them, not in any way they'd understand. He is a prophet of the verdant absurdity, that great, silent, green void that's waiting at the end of every single saga. And that leaves us with this massive, hanging question. Where does a prophet like this even go? Does he look for the people who've already been broken by the curse of the gold, the ones who might actually be ready to hear his message? Or does he take his cosmic joke all the way to the top, to the halls of Asgard, to find out if Odin himself can still laugh at the great bloody saga he's in charge of?